Delegating is an essential skill for managers looking to make the best of one of their most valuable intangible resources, employees. Complete Delegation by Learning Tools Complete is designed to teach in a fun and interactive way, giving you the skills and knowledge necessary to delegate effectively. Maximize the potential of your workforce with Complete Delegation. Our step-by-step interactive guide will break this process down into 5 simple steps that managers can work through at their own pace, with the added bonus of being able to pause, come back to, and proceed if duty calls, as it does many times in the busy life of today's managers. These 5 steps consist of the following: analyzing the task, choosing the right delegate, assigning the task, executing the task, and conducting regular feedback sessions. In this prototype of Complete Delegation, we will look at number 3, assigning the task. In today's multicultural business environment, managers need to be aware that different cultures will have different expectations on how to carry out a task. Ensure clear communication and ask the delegate at vital points if they understand and agree with the parameters in place for the task. It is good practice to familiarize yourself with the cultural business etiquette of an employee you are working with to avoid cultural clashes that could affect the overall success of the project. You are a senior manager of a multicultural business and have decided to use a Russian employee for the task to be assigned out. It is best to give them clear instructions on carrying out the task along with background information and context, as they may feel uncomfortable with your usual ambiguous way of working. Do you think this is true or false? The answer is true. Russia scores high in uncertainty avoidance according to Hofstede Country Comparisons tool. This would indicate that they are not comfortable with ambiguous situations. Russia scores 95 compared to the United Kingdom, whose score is 35, and are significantly more acceptable of ambiguous situations. This shows the importance of checking cultural profiles of colleagues to avoid cultural clashes whilst considering delegating to non-native employees. Now that you have identified the objectives and chosen the appropriate delegate, the next stage is to assign the task. This stage is concerned with giving the delegate information on the task and how they will achieve it, as well as outlining what is expected of them. Communicate the desired outcomes for the project to the delegate, making sure they are clear on the task, outlining what resources the employee has available to accomplish the goals, and lastly setting a timeline for completion and any important milestones. At this point, ask the delegate if they are confident of meeting these expectations. If the delegate is uncomfortable with your expectations, discuss with them what they would like to change and consider if this is a reasonable request. If not, it may be worth considering somebody else for the task. Next, decide upon the balance between control and autonomy, or simply put, how much freedom the delegate has to achieve the goal. This will largely depend upon the task and how much flexibility there is towards achieving success. Giving a delegate a degree of autonomy is a great way to provide experience of responsibility and the opportunity to show what they are capable of. You decide to ask your Russian delegate how much autonomy they believe would be appropriate for them to complete the task. Which of the 3 answers below do you think would be the delegate's response? A. I am happy to get on with it and use initiative with budget, etc., but report at vital points. B. I am happy with any amount of control as long as I have clear boundaries, knowledge of the chain of command, and clear mandates to let others know and not question the authority I have to carry out the task? Or C, I would prefer no autonomy as this is ambiguous? The answer would be B. One of the goals of delegation is to provide experience of responsibility, so some level of autonomy will always be given, ruling out C. Russia with a high power distance may approach a task with the expectations of a top-down approach and clear mandates for tasks in all areas of business interactions, making B more likely. It is important to be clear on the manager-subordinate relationship between the delegate and manager. There are three concepts of this relationship: authority, responsibility, and accountability. Authority is the delegate's right to take action or make decisions the manager would otherwise make. It also provides the delegate with legitimacy to issue valid instructions for others to follow. Responsibility is the obligation of the delegate to perform a specific duty given to them. It also means they are responsible for the outcome of the task regardless of whether the result is good or bad. Finally, accountability is considered to be the ultimate responsibility in that managers are responsible for the delegate and any actions they undertake. It is essential to understand that even when a delegate is operating under complete autonomy, it does not void the manager of accountability of the overall outcome of the task. Now that the task has been assigned, it's time for the delegate to go to work. Happy delegating.